The IPC plans to turn the alley into a logistics hub. You are practically thinking the same. The reality is, overdevelopment can only adversely impact customer experience, making the alley less appealing. The IPC, I can tell.
Since we share the same passion, where is it that we disagree?
The prosperity under your proposal means diminishing the alley's tradition and personality. We can afford neither. I can tell that the opposing side is eager to see Aurum Alley thrive. Your passion resonates with me.
Take a look at this.
What am I looking at? I can tell that the IPC plans to turn the alley into a logistics hub.
Our proposal is different from the IPC's.
That's right. The IPC will close down artistry hardware if they take over. We would never do that. We protect businesses. The IPC sacrifices them for their own gain.
Protect? Sacrifice? I find that humans rarely understand these concepts correctly. The outcome is what truly matters. Once the alley is turned into a logistics hub, shops like Artistry Hardware will be able to sustain themselves, regardless of what the IPC does.
He is convinced that the IPC and us are the same.
The IPC plans to turn the alley into a logistics hub. You are practically thinking the same.
Take a look at this.
What am I looking at? The IPC. The reality is, overdevelopment can only adversely impact customer experience, making the alley less appealing.
Do you have data to support your statements?
Historical data has proved my point. It is the reality, not rhetoric, that matters.
I sense a hole in his logic.
The reality is, overdevelopment can only adversely impact customer.
Take a look at this.
What am I looking at? The reality is, overdevelopment.
Do you have data to...
Historical data.
I sense a hole in his logic.
The reality is, overdevelopment can only adversely impact customer experience, making the alley less appealing.
Take a look at this.
What am I looking at? The reality is, overdevelopment can...
There are actually more customers coming to the alley.
This record reflects the change in Artistry Hardware's turnover and the increase in customers since it partnered with the dock.
The shop does better than it used to. Impossible. You must be bluffing.
You know Ming-Shi better than I do. Would she deceive you with fake data?
The sample size is too small. I'm not convinced.
If I were you, Mr. President, I would think of ways to translate the success of that one sample into something that can benefit everyone. A guild that doesn't proactively help businesses has no reason to exist.
You have not witnessed what I have seen, so you fail to understand my insistence.
You can't just rely on your age and experience.
There are many things that only time can tell, young one. You have not witnessed what I have seen. The old Aurum Alley achieved a commercial miracle that has not yet been replicated. It did so by following my way of doing things.
Are you suggesting that the alley is a shadow of its former self?
That is correct. The number of customers visiting the shops was 10 times what it is today. The alley was alive and was credited as the best night market on the Lafu. Things were better in the old days. Of that, I am certain.
I sense a hole in his lot.
The old Aurum alley, if humans are unable to draw wisdom from history, Aurumatons can teach them.
What makes you think we didn't draw any wisdom from history?
You have indeed learned about wordplay and logic traps, while ignoring the true lessons. If humans are unable to... You have the old Aurum alley if humans are unable... The old Aurum alley achieved a commercial miracle that has not yet been replicated. It did so by following my way of doing things.
You've been looking at the past through rose-tinted glasses.
In the golden era you described, the old Aurum Alley had a trading volume similar to today.
You included the delivery side cranes in your math.
We did. So what?
You can't draw simple parallels between then and now using absolute numbers. The trading volume you mentioned may not look impressive today, but it was huge relative to... I see what you are saying. While criticizing you for making flawed comparisons, I myself also made the mistake of believing that what worked in the past could be copied to serve the present.
Mr. President, the way I see it, you shouldn't regard the alley as a souvenir from the past. Aurum Alley should embrace change, as its residents do.
It seems we have reached an agreement. The hearing concludes here.
First challenging an IPC rep and now winning over the president of the guild? You're pretty good. That won't be necessary.
Knowing the president, I think he's now ready to entrust you with the future of the alley. The president commands the trust of many reputable shops in the alley. Their support for him was likely to be a big obstacle to your rejuvenation project. His invitation to debate this matter publicly was a chance for the more difficult business owners to hear from you directly.
I almost feel bad for him. Aurum Alley's enemy should be the IPC and not the president.
What if the IPC isn't an enemy? He's been transferred elsewhere. I'll be handling things from now on.
You're with the IPC?
Xiao Han is the IPC's operation rep in Exalting Sanctum.
You snake!
My original plan only involved helping you overthrow the current president. But as we progressed, I saw there was more common ground than I'd anticipated. Since we all agree that the dock is vital to Aurum Alley's development, why not take things further and turn the alley into a full-blown logistics hub? Imagine cargo ships from all corners of the galaxy, docking and departing. This place will be transformed into a renowned commercial port, instead of another run-of-the-mill market. When the IPC wins the bidding, I'm sure we can continue to work together for a brand new Aurum Alley.
Hey, not so fast. It's still anyone's game.
Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. In that case, keep up the good work. I'll see you at the negotiation table.
Thanks to your help, the dock is running at full capacity. Just like last time, I told the workers to clear out areas that weren't utilized and use them to store extra cargo. We now have the additional capacity to work with more businesses and have also opened a new route leading to the port. With streamlined logistics planning, I think we'll see a revitalized alley in no time. Regardless of the IPC's wishes, positive changes need to be made to Aurum Alley. Regardless of the there has been an influx of tourists in Aurum lately. There's even a long line for Immortal's Delight.